that my son doesn't care anything about. I wish you'd just take it and let people enjoy it. So I went out there, and I got the train, and I brought it back to town, and I thought, oh, this is a rare train. It's a Lionel 1937 model. And I called up Atlanta, and I said to the train man, I said, how much is this train worth, is it? He says, Sam, that's a very valuable train. And said, if you brought it into my shop, I could get $2,000 for it. So I called the man back at Social Circle. I said, I want you to know what you gave me. And he says, don't want the money, I want you to take it and enjoy it and let other people enjoy it. So I sent him $500 for his son's college fund anyway. I just couldn't take the train.
Right.
But I've still got the train. It still runs fine.
Wow.
And it is an example of somebody being very generous. The first train I ever got was a train that a boy that got killed in World War II had. And my parents got the train from his parents in Atlanta. That was in 1945. And you couldn't find trains then. I mean, they didn't make them during the war much, so you couldn't find an electric train. So they were real glad to let my folks have it for me.
Wow.
And every time I pick up that train, especially in today's world,
right, exactly,
where people are sacrificing their life for us to be able to enjoy what we enjoy.
Yeah.
I think of that. That train makes me think of the veteran that gave his life during World War II.
Wow.
And how he had played with that same train.
That same train. So we're with my guest today on the show, Sam Ramsey. There's a lot of history, a lot of wisdom. And with that note, we want to go ahead and give a special shout out to our veterans who are serving all across the country for our safety and for our protection. We like to wish them a happy holiday season and let them know that our prayers are with them during this holiday season. So we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back. Of working with that every year?
Well, I grew up with Salem. My family grew up with Salem. My great-great-grandfather, George Cunningham, was one of the first settlers in Newton County. And he served on the first grand jury that Newton County ever convened. So he built a tent out at Salem in 1840, which is still standing out there.
Wow.
And so I am now the fourth generation of the Ramsey family to have been chairman of the board of Salem. And Salem is it's just part of me. I grew up with it. I never missed going to a camp meeting. In fact, I've often said that my mother was at Salem with me before I was born in December of that year. She was at Salem. So I can always say that I've been to Salem 1 year longer than my age. Because
1 year longer than your age.
I've been there every year. I would fly home when I was in the Air Force. I would fly home every year to be at camp meeting because, frankly, the year wouldn't seem right unless I had the camp meeting experience.
Okay.
And it's been I've enjoyed it so because I've gotten to know ministers from throughout the United States. And they come and we have some of the best preaching you can find anywhere because, like I say, we've got some of the best preachers there is in the country that come every year. And great music. My wife and her twin sister have played the grand pianos now at Salem since 1971.
Wow.
And we go other places, and Becky and Alice are known all over this area for playing at Salem because people come to Salem and hear them, and they're on the Georgia Council for the Arts touring roster, and they go all over the place doing concerts. We're going down to Florida this January, and then go down to Florida again in June to the oldest, probably one of the oldest churches in the United States, the Cathedral at St. Augustine, Florida.
Wow.
And they're going to play the piano and organ in that cathedral, which we're looking forward to.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so, but anyway, the camp meeting is just something that this year we're going to have Dr. Don Martin, who used to be the pastor here in Covington. He's at the Alpharetta Methodist Church now. He's going to be preaching, and the Baptist this year, a very interesting name for a Baptist. It's Dr. Brian Dunk. And so he's from Columbus Avenue Baptist Church in Waco, Texas.
Okay.
And Marshall Edwards, who a lot of people know, recommended him highly. Marshall used to be at Columbus Avenue Baptist, and this fellow took Marshall's place.
Okay.
And so he's going to be there this, and this year's dates are July the 8th through the 15th. And of course, Salem is open to every denomination, and everybody is welcome to come. I think sometimes people think it's just for the people that come to camp meeting.
Right.
But that's not the purpose at all. We want to, preach the word of Christ to everybody in the county.
Right.
And all denominations are welcome. And Salem's prospering, even during this economic downturn. We've managed to do pretty well. Last year, for example, we had $161,000 in capital improvements made on the campground.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And, of course, it cost us probably $100,000 a year to keep it going, you might say. But people are very generous. You know, when we've had 10 people last camp meeting, we had 10 people at camp meeting who went into full-time Christian service as a result of Salem camp meeting.
Okay.
That was a thrilling experience to see all 10 of those. One of the people came from South Africa, for example. He's been over in South Africa for the last 10 or 15 years and has probably influenced, I saw one figure, probably 400,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
And so, something like that, when people find the sweet, sweet spirit at Salem, sometimes it really means a lot to the world. And so it was a thrill for us to see those 10 people last year. And we, of course, have a hotel there that during the camp meeting serves mighty good meals.
Okay.
You can come out and get you a good meal at the hotel during camp meeting. And but it's we like I say, last year we had a new tent built, had a new pavilion built that we hope churches in this area will use the pavilion. We encourage churches to come use it. It's a 30 by 60 foot covered pavilion.
Okay.
And real nice facility. And of course, we had another project, another transportation project that was paid by the stimulus money. It's the new intersection out there on Salem Road.
Okay.
That was completed this past year. And it's a big improvement to that
area.
Dangerous intersection there.
Okay.
And it's working out real well. So we encourage you to come be with us for the 182nd camp meeting this coming summer.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting. So
they had a camp meeting every year except 2 years during the Civil War. They had to call it off.
Okay.
But it's been camp meeting there every year.
Okay.
Since 1828.
All right. Well, if you will, go ahead and just give us the location for our viewers that may not know where it is, and also give us some information, store location and the address of where your business is located.
Well, Salem Campground is out on Salem Road.
Okay.
It's 3 miles south of I-20. If you get off the Salem Road exit
Okay.
and go 3 miles south, you'll be right in the middle of the campground.
Okay.
We've got about 70 acres out there, and about half of the 70 acres is virgin timber. It's
Okay.
one of the few places in Newton County probably that you can say is virgin forest.
Right. Okay.
And my store location, I tell people if they know where the Newton County Courthouse is on the square,
Okay.
then the bank is right next door to the courthouse, and then I'm right across the street from the bank.
Okay.
So you can find me up there. I had somebody today say, "I thought you had retired." I said, "No, I'm not retiring. Don't plan to retire. I'm up at the store net every day."
Okay.
And so I'm hoping I'll be there for a good many more days.
Okay. Well, we've enjoyed my guest. My guest is Sam Ramsey. We just appreciate the opportunity you have given us today to come on What's Your Story. We'd like to go ahead and also take this opportunity to encourage people in the city and county, all across the country, to go out and contribute to local organization or charitable organizations during this holiday season to help those who are less fortunate than some of us may be. We want to encourage you to go out and give. Also, we want to let you know some upcoming shows. One in particular will be Elia English that plays Aunt Helen on the Jamie Foxx show. Her show will be coming up real soon. So we're excited about what's taking place on What's Your Story. We want to ask you to continue to watch our show. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. We was really excited about that. To all of our viewers that watch the show, that actually see me and said, "I watched the show," I just want you to know that we do appreciate you for taking the time to watch our show. We know that it is broadcast on Channel 20 on Covington Community Television. Also, you can go to the website at www.cityofcovington.org and then just link down to Channel 20. If you'd like to be a guest on What's Your Story, you can email me at kennethmorgan76@yahoo.com, or you can write me at P.O. Box 2026, Covington, Georgia 30015. If you would like to advertise or be a sponsor on What's Your Story, the same information I just gave you, you can contact me at the information I just recently gave you. So on behalf of What's Your Story, my guest, Sam Ramsey, want to thank you for watching this episode of What's Your Story.
Enjoyed being with you.
Thank you so much.